The Article 50 process is now underway, and in accordance with the wishes of the British people, the United Kingdom is leaving the European Union. This is an historic moment from which there can be no turning back. I have just chaired a meeting of the Cabinet where we agreed that the government should call a general election to be held on the 8th of June. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Let's be clear. We have not changed the principles that we set out in the manifesto. I'm confident that this takes us significantly closer to delivering on what the British people voted for in the referendum.
You are not delivering the Brexit people voted for, and today you will lose the support of many Conservative MPs and millions of voters across the country.
Britain's walking dead Labour and Conservative zombie political parties are about to reap the whirlwind for not just failing to deliver on the 2016 EU referendum result, one of leaving the EU on the 29th of March 2019, but having effectively ignored near half the electorate for the past 2 decades, who have increasingly become disengaged from the two mainstream parties, who in reality have become largely the same party, a one-party state. The first shock to the system was the UKIP victory in the 2014 European elections, who won 24 of the 73 seats, and then came the big shock of Leave winning the 2016 EU referendum. And so voters on the 23rd of May 2019 look set to deliver the next Brexit shock to the political establishment, where most MPs have long since sold out to the British people, to the bankers and billionaires who effectively run the show. The most notable consequences of which was the ConLab bailing out the banking crime syndicate in 2008 to 2019, the price for which has been borne by ordinary British people, resulting in a decade of stagnating earnings for most workers. So in steps election master Nigel Farage, who single-handedly delivered the 2016 EU referendum victory. Yes, it was Nigel with a little help from his friends, and if you have any doubts of that, then you only need to see what happened to UKIP since Nigel left, which, with its inept leader Batten, went running into the arms of the far-right nutjobs such as Tommy fake name Robinson and Katie obsessed with Muslims Hopkins. If she's that obsessed, why don't she convert? And so that which I warned would happen has happened, which is that UKIP effectively died in the local elections. Meanwhile, Katie Hopkins' recent tweets imply she is desperately trying to worm her way into the Brexit party after partaking in the demise of UKIP. The local election results are crystal clear, where UKIP, instead of winning 200 plus seats, actually lost near 150 to end the night with just 31 seats, suffering an even bigger wipeout than the Tories. Whilst the winners of the election night, the Lib Dems, took their huge success, that's 700 councillors won, as an endorsement of their policies, without understanding that many voters only voted Lib Dem because the Brexit party did not stand in the local elections, hence a protest vote for the Lib Dems. Since when the Lib Dems have been in a state of delirium, expecting to replicate the local election success in the EU election, which is not going to happen. The disengaged voters of Britain, approximately half the electorate, are going to deliver another shock to the political elite via Nigel Farage's Brexit party on the 23rd of May, of which there is little doubt. So how many seats will the Brexit party win? Well, my forecast as of the 10th of May is that the Brexit party could win between 30 and 36 seats, with UKIP winning just 1 or 2 seats, down from 24 as the price paid for embracing the likes of Tommy fake name Robinson. However, the polls, for what they're worth, further shifted in the Brexit party's favour, which should translate into several more seats. So firstly, the starting point for how many seats the Brexit party could win is the performance of UKIP under Nigel Farage that won 24 MEP in 2014. That is the minimum that the Brexit party will win of the 73 seats up for grabs. Secondly, the 2016 EU referendum resulted in a 52 to 48 split in the vote, which would translate into the Brexit party winning 38 seats, which is therefore the maximum. Thirdly, even though UKIP's vote has collapsed to a little more than 4%, still that is 4% that would have won the Brexit party maybe 3 or 4 seats. So whilst UKIP may win a seat or 2, they in effect cost the Brexit party 3 or 4 seats, which therefore brings the maximum number of seats down to about 35. Fourthly, the Liberal Democrats have successfully fashioned themselves as the party of Remain, and thus will likely win Remain votes from the Tories and Labour. Fifth, the betting markets. It should not come as much surprise that the Brexit party is the odds-on favourite to win the most seats. However, the betting markets do confirm that the Tories are going to get wiped out, with even the Liberal Democrats beating them into the 4th place, with Labour 2nd. What about the odds for the Brexit party to beat the last EU election UKIP 24 seats tally? Well, there may be an opportunity here, because Betfair is still giving odds of 1.41 for the Brexit party to get 24 or more seats. Now compare this against my minimum expectations for 30 seats, so it looks like the betting markets are getting Brexit wrong again, albeit nowhere near to the same degree as in 2016, but it could be worth a gamble. Therefore, my forecast for the EU parliamentary election 2019 remains unchanged, in that I expect the Brexit party to win between a minimum of 30 seats and a maximum of 36 seats, with the most probable number of seats that the Brexit party will win being 32. I expect Labour to come 2nd, Lib Dems 3rd and Tories 4th, with UKIP maybe picking up a seat or 2. In fact, it's entirely possible that the Brexit party could win more seats than Labour, Lib Dems and the Conservatives combined. This analysis was first made available to patrons who support my work. So for immediate first access to all of my analysis and trend forecasts, then do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $3 per month.
You know, in some ways I can scarcely believe I'm doing this, because I did actually think, when 498 MPs voted for Article 50, which said quite explicitly that we would leave the European Union on the 29th of March with or without a withdrawal agreement, I thought, well, we've won the referendum. 85% of us have voted for parties in the general election who say they will honour the result of the referendum, and then 498 of them have said it's going to happen. I did actually, rather stupidly, for a moment, believe that we'd won. But it became clear pretty early on, really, with the so-called negotiation, that our Remainer Parliament, our Remainer Cabinet, and indeed our Remainer Prime Minister were going to do their utmost to delay, dilute, and in many cases to actually stop and overturn Brexit. And I think what we've seen over the course of the last few weeks is the betrayal willful betrayal of the greatest democratic exercise in the history of this nation. And when I began to realise, back in November, December, that extension was almost certain to come, that there would be more European elections, I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a party. I'm going to call it the Brexit Party. But given that it's the most Googled word in the English language, I wonder whether the Electoral Commission will allow me to use the name. Well, they have, and you are here today at the birth, at the launch of a new force in British politics. Welcome to the Brexit Party. Yeah.